When it comes to Iran, you know what? We keep hearing the same message from every podium. This is under control. Diplomacy is happening. There's back channels. Everyone is talking behind the scenes, but when you actually look at what's happening, the strikes, troop movements, the warnings, the threats, doesn't look like a situation calming down to me. It looks like a situation heating up. And that's the part nobody wants to say out loud. So today I'm breaking down what's really going on, not the press releases, not the talking points, the real pressure points that could turn this from a tense moment into something much bigger. And I'm doing it with 5 simple ideas that explain exactly why this moment matters and why it's more dangerous than people think. So welcome to the Joe Rossano Show. Is it so bad, folks, that I liked surgical Trump better? Really, think about this. An issue with Soleimani, he eliminated it. An issue with al-Baghdadi, he eliminated it. Thought that Iran was getting too close to nuclear weapons, Operation Midnight Hammer. Surgical, surgical, surgical. I just like that better. I did not want the United States to attack Iran with Israel and blockade the Strait of Hormuz. I don't think anybody thought about that, or anybody thought that was going to happen. Again, they build up a nuclear arsenal, or they're trying to again. Bam, Midnight Hammer again. Midnight Hammer Part 2. That was the Donald Trump I liked. And because I like that type of Donald Trump, you're a left winger. You're a liberal. You're MSNBC. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I loved when Trump did that stuff. I supported Operation Midnight Hammer. I cheered when he eliminated Soleimani. I cheered when he eliminated al-Baghdadi, as he says. So before I get into these 5 points, if you could please click the subscribe button, like, share, comment, click the notification bell for all the latest episodes of the Joe Rossano Show. You know, they keep telling us this is under control. Every official statement says the same thing. Diplomacy is happening. Cooler heads will prevail. But the actions on the ground tell a different story. You don't move carriers, jets, and missile defense into position if everything is calm. You don't warn embassies to reposition and have your troops also reposition unless you're preparing for the opposite of calm. So, is this really under control? Why does everyone look like they're getting ready for something bigger? Iran may want a deal. I don't disagree with that, but not a surrender as President Trump wants. And I get why he wants it. Iran now, they want sanctions relief. They want oil money flowing again. They want breathing room. But wanting relief is not the same thing as giving up leverage. Iran's entire strategy is built on pressure, missiles, proxies, and unpredictability. Dropping those mines into the Strait of Hormuz. So even if Iran wants a deal, they're not walking in empty handed. A limited deal doesn't mean peace. It means both sides are buying time. Lebanon is the match near the gasoline. Israel, for some darn reason, will not stop bombing people. Israel and Hezbollah are the most dangerous part of this entire situation. Hezbollah is tied directly to Iran. Israel sees Hezbollah as an immediate threat. Lebanon becomes the battlefield, not because Lebanon wants it, but because it's where the two forces happen to collide. And once that happens, the United States, I don't want to shock anyone, gets pulled in whether they want it or not. This is how regional conflict spreads. One strike, one retaliation, one miscalculation, and we got ourselves a serious problem. The Strait of Hormuz is why Americans should care. This is where it hits regular people. You see, not just the governments. The Strait of Hormuz is one of the most important oil checkpoints in the world. I've said that 15 times. If that area gets blocked or even threatened, oil prices jump. We've seen that. When oil prices jump, gas jumps. When gas jumps, shipping jumps. When shipping jumps, food jumps. Inflation gets worse. Everything gets more expensive. So, no, this is not just over there. This can hit your wallet right here in the United States. Everybody is trying to look strong. This is the part nobody wants to admit. Iran cannot look weak. Israel can't look weak. Hezbollah can't look weak. And President Trump sure as heck can't look weak. And when nobody can afford to look weak, everybody keeps inching closer to the cliff. This isn't always strategy. Sometimes it's ego. Now, how do we not know that at this point? Sometimes it's pressure, sometimes it's pride, and sometimes it's just one mistake too many. Now, here is the bottom line. I hope diplomacy works. I hope cooler heads prevail. I hope this becomes one of those tense moments where everyone talks tough, gets what they need behind the scenes with the back channels, and then steps back from the edge. But I'm not buying the idea that this is simple. I'm not buying the idea that it's clean. I am not buying the idea that the public should just sit back and trust everyone has handled everything. Because when Iran wants a limited deal, Israel and Hezbollah are trading fire. The United States is trying to manage both diplomacy and military pressure. And the Strait of Hormuz is sitting there as one of the biggest pressure points in the world. That is not nothing, folks. That is not background noise. That is the kind of story where one bad move can change everything. So the question isn't just whether there will be bigger war and it's going to expand all over the Middle East as it's on fire right now. The question is, how close are we to one mistake too many on all sides? And that is why this story matters. As always, my dearest friends and fellow Americans, graciously appreciate you hanging out with Joe Rossano here. And please, again, click subscribe, like, comment, click that notification bell. You get all latest episodes of the Joe Rossano Show. I ask you to please adopt yourself a pet. As always, my dearest friends and fellow Americans, God bless you. We'll see you next time.